Yeah. Uh-huh. 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 Yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah. Uh-huh. 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 Yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Well, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. I want to welcome you to this afternoon's edition of Good Grief. And we are here with our awesome host, Crazy Berrytown, and Kim Possible 711 is on the way. I want to welcome everybody on today. Those of you that are hosting and listening and watching, I appreciate you. And of course, our awesome host, Crazy Berrytown, whose town is real crazy right now. How are you doing?
Oh, it is crazy. Yes, it is. It's pretty wild, but again, and I tell people all the time, they ask, how did you get the name Crazy Berrytown? We didn't come up with it until after Trey was born. But it wasn't long. What happened, it was, I know I'm getting sidebar, but we had this ottoman on wheels and it had a top on it, and the top was connected by like a little string, like a whatever. And he wouldn't go to sleep one night. He was a baby. I put his little butt in that ottoman and dragged it around the house to get him to go to sleep.
Oh,
And I said, this is crazy. We are crazy Barry. And I posted it on Facebook. I said, welcome to our crazy town. And then I threw Barry in there. So I don't even know if he was one yet, but he was big enough. I'll see if I can find that video one day and send it to you. But he was like he could, like, it was and it's an ottoman, so it didn't have to be that big. But he was holding on like this, like looking around the house, like, oh, that's what it looks like to go through the house on wheels. He just looked, bless his heart, and he has a little pacifier in his mouth.
oh, that's so.
But he wouldn't go to sleep. So I just dragged his butt through the house, and I'm just skipping. Come on, la di da, rock-a-bye, baby. It's crazy, y'all, for real. This is a nutty house. It's really, we're nuts. Yeah, absolutely.
That is the sweetest story. Oh my God, I love it.
And it's so funny because he's looking around like he's never seen it before. Like, oh, pacifier. Just holding on, it's hilarious. So when I think about how, like, now, like a week like this week that's been really busy,
yes,
in some parts a little bit stressful, I think about that. I'm like, we are literally in Crazy Berrytown, like 24/7. Yeah,
that is amazing.
When I say 24/7, I mean it. I really do, because
Wow.
sometimes my husband sleeps like on the sofa, or he'll sleep in a guest bedroom, just because that's how we do. And Captain Boots will sleep with me, like he'll sleep with me or whatever. And he's gotten to this thing where he'll wake up in the middle of the night and like wake me up. Mama, I'm awake. Okay, you're awake. So I threatened him. I said, listen, and I told my husband in front of I said, listen, I'm gonna tell you so you can get your son together. If he wakes me up one more time in the middle of the night to let me know he's awake, I'm gonna set it off in here. I'm gonna set it off. I'm gonna scream so loud that the whole neighbor, I mean it. I'm just going to scream. So he got the memo, but guess what? So now if Tim is not in the room with us, He's gotten into. He just started it this week. He'll text him, "Daddy, I'm awake. Can you bring me some water and come back to bed?" So now he's waking up my husband. He'll text him. So we decided that's it. His phone is not. I don't even know why it's by the bed anyway, but it's going away.
My God. Oh my God.
3:00 in the morning. Daddy, I'm awake. Can you bring me some water and come back to bed?
Yes. Now I really noted that in this scenario, he's your husband's child.
Right. He's not my kid. No.
If you don't advise your son,
Get your kid together because both of y'all are gonna suffer the consequence. Like, and so can you imagine that like he's in another part of the house and I just start like screaming like a maniac?
oh my gosh.
Guess what? He didn't wake me up. He didn't wake me up. So I said, my job is done. You know, I mean,
Oh my gosh.
so when I say 24/7, 3:00 in the morning,
Oh
you
my
know, I mean, it's going off around here. So
Oh, crazy Berry Town. And that's why crazy's Berry Town. That's why your town is crazy. Wow.
legit.
I love it. I
Yeah.
love
Hi,
it.
BTD Mom. Welcome in. Good to see
PTV,
you.
Mom. So much love to you. So much love
Yes.
to you.
Good to
Oh
see you.
man.
Hi,
Joanne
Joanna
298,
G.
good to see you too.
Hey, good to see everybody today. Hey,
Yes.
Kim Possible. What's up, good?
Yes. See.
Kim Possible been what did she say she was preaching today or teaching about preaching? What did she say? Let me see.
She's doing the work of the Lord. She's doing the work of
Mhm.
the Lord. That's
Oh, on the preaching cohort, right? Okay, yeah. She's been busy too. Yeah,
oh my
these
God.
you know, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's that trying to get you pulled up on my phone so I could host. I don't know if it's I mean it's not quite the end of the year, but I guess it's that fourth quarter, you know. But I don't know, it's just like meetings and stuff. There she is. Hey, gorgeous.
Yes. She's like, I'm backstage.
I know. Like, I'm here. Like,
Hey y'all,
hello.
hey.
Hey.
What's up?
I got the sniffles, so I'm not happy.
Oh
no.
You know, it starts. It's trying to be sweater weather in Atlanta, even not quite. But you know, I get excited when it starts to get cool.
Uh-huh.
So I was out in the coolness last night, and okay, so I woke up this morning like this. I'm like,
Oh, okay.
Oh, man.
So it's been cool at night. Look, that shows you I haven't been out at night. Now the mornings are cool.
yeah, it was like 66 degrees last night. I was like, what?
Ooh,
I was
my
very
God.
excited, but you should have had yourself covered up because you know what
Yeah.
happens when you're not covered up and it's cool outside. So
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But we're what we call the fourth summer here or third summer or whatever.
yeah, oh, it's about
You know,
to get
it's
99
hot. Like
degrees
today
again
is
sometime
blazing.
before
Yeah.
October.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's the weather like where you are, STL? It's blazing?
Comfortable. It's
Oh, okay.
comfortable. So like
Wait. No. What's comfortable for you? 90? You know.
I do love the
Yes,
heat.
define comfortable.
I have to testify. I do love the heat. However, it's probably manageable in the 80s, you know, and when you go outside, there's a nice breeze. Now, if you stay in the sun for any length of time, it's gonna bake you like a baked potato. But
Like a
otherwise,
chocolate chip cookie.
yes, help me bake.
Yeah,
help me bake.
okay.
So, or a Georgia peach cobbler with extra crust.
Oh my
I had
gosh.
to come up with something special.
loved it.
I love it. I love it.
I love it. I do. Yeah.
So, nice and breezy though, so that always helps. Anytime you get that
That's
that
a
air
breeze.
blowing by, that's awesome.
That is good. A breeze is always a good thing.
Yes, ma'am.
I agree. Hmm.
Yep.
Well, that's good. I mean, I guess it is, cooling off. The problem here with Georgia is, it's like we'll have, like Kim said, like the cool mornings and evenings. The daytime is blazing, and then but it won't be like nice to me all day. Like we'll go straight to winter. Like we have this up until like November,
Yes.
and then it's winter.
Yeah. Then, like all of a sudden it's like, oh, I think I want to be winter today. And then bam,
Exactly.
there it is.
Yeah, we don't get those four. I don't think we get a solid 4 seasons here.
And
If
see,
we
being
do,
a native Atlantan, it used to be that way. So in my
Yeah.
older years now, I'm like, what is going on for real, Mother Nature? What
Mhm.
who upset you? as to why this whole
I know it's that
global
climate
warming
change.
situation,
Yeah, I agree.
you know, there used to be definitive seasons, and
Mhm.
fall would truly be fall, winter would truly be winter. Now you just never know what's going to be
Yes,
day to day.
I
Right.
agree with that. Only one Miss Cox. It's good to see you, Rebel.
Hey,
I saw you
sis.
come in. Come on in here,
What's
sis.
up,
Good to
ladies?
see
Hey, Rebel.
you. Well, Rebel. So good to see you. Yes, and for everybody else that's out there, I hope I got everybody. But we love you. Thank you for being here. So, ladies, what have you all experienced this week on this journey called grief? Hey, LaWanda Baskerville's in the room. Good to see you. There she is. The
Lawanda.
Wonders.
miracle signs and wonders. There she is. So much love.
Oh, goodness.
I'll say for me, I'll jump in and start. It's been a different. This time of year is always difficult. My you know how you can have cycles that just every year just kind of cycles itself back around. So my car accident was actually on September the 16th in 1995. And so that cycle kind of automatically kicks itself in, especially with the loss and demise of my 10-year-old passenger. But then her mother just passed away last year. So it's like both of them are now deceased. And it's like, as I'm coming up on the anniversary, it's just like, man, it just feels like really different with the knowledge that both of them are deceased. And it's kind of like, man, we all were in that car. I was the only one that walked out because the mom had a massive head trauma. And of course, my passenger was deceased. So I don't know. It's just something about every time I come around to this, it just kind of gets a little weird. And then the following year was like my dad passed on November the 19th. And it's just everything. And there's others as well, but I won't go through the whole list. But it's like this time of year, it just seemed like there was a whole lot of loss. And it just this cycle right in here sometimes. And I think too, the changing of from fall to winter or from summer to fall kind of has that with the season change feels kind of different as well. And I try not to get into sad, which definitely when the nights are long and it's just a little bit of daylight, man, seasonal affective disorder can go crazy. So
yeah.
That's kind of where I feel myself in the beginning of that transition.
Okay, the beginning, yeah.
Yeah, because I was hoping, so I guess I've heard that the daylight savings time not changing doesn't go into effect till next year. So we will
so we have this, so this year it will change.
Yeah, so I got all kind of attitude about that right now. I was hoping it was just going to stay. But, you know, it naturally starts to get darker sooner.
That's true.
Why can't they just leave it alone? But yeah, you know, the memories of just the things that spark memory and that are memory markers for us can be anything. Seasons, dates, temperatures, just all these other things. So yeah, we'll just continue. We will keep you lifted, especially during this time as well.
Absolutely.
Because it's just, you know.
I appreciate that. And when you talk about weather, the one thing that stands out in my mind every year, the accident was on a Saturday. So we were literally all in shorts on Saturday. And I preached her funeral that Thursday and it was snowing and we were in winter coats, literally.
What?
Yeah.
It was
drastic temperature changes too. It was crazy.
In September. Wow.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
That is
in Kansas City.
Kansas City.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That is wild.
Well, that's wilder weather than Atlanta. I don't know that we've had that happen.
Yes. Just that shorter span of days from literally wearing shorts to being in winter coats. That was the difference between the day of the accident to the funeral. It's just that crazy.
Wow. That is wild.
Yeah.
Kim, how about you? How are you faring?
I'm recovering. So you guys know this time last week was upcoming on our anniversary weekend, and we had a bunch going on that week. We had a funeral at the church, all that stuff going on. And then my friend that I mentioned that had passed away, the services were on Saturday, and I didn't know until after. So I was
what? Oh my gosh.
I'm
I'm
like,
sorry.
how? So my mother typically gets the emails from my old church. So her email's been acting up. So she didn't get the email. And then I look on Facebook and I see the program and all thanks to everybody that was like, what?
Oh no.
So, and I'm like, okay, would I have been able to go with everything that was going on Saturday anyway? Probably not, but to not know about it.
Right.
And they were like, well, the service is online. I'm like, it's not the same thing. Not the same thing.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I was really feeling some kind of way over the weekend.
I'm
about
so
that.
sorry.
Too. Yeah.
But I will just remember Gladys like the last time I saw her.
Wow.
But
yes.
Yeah, so that was a little difficult.
Mm.
I was tired from everything over the weekend, and really Monday I was really hit me because we canceled all of our meetings. I didn't cancel my women's Bible study, but so yeah, I took Monday to really kind of rest and just grieve, really.
Yeah, we needed that.
Yeah, and I still haven't gone back and like downloaded the program or looked at the service online, and I don't know that I will at this point.
Yeah,
just gonna leave it because just the not knowing was really kind of like what.
Yeah,
and
I'm sure
you don't want to be mad at the son because he's doing, he's getting through this. Because I'm like, a minute ago you just said you didn't know what you were gonna do, how you were gonna do it, and now we done had a whole service.
Right.
Wow.
You can't remember everybody, and he assumes everybody just knows through the church. And it's probably sitting in my mother's email, but still. So yeah, that was kind of rough.
Bless your heart.
Yeah, but I'm okay right now.
Right now. That's a good point to add. Right now.
Right now. I'm okay.
Yeah.
So this week has been busy for me. I don't think I've had much time to stop and think about anything other than just trying to get to today, like Friday. Where's Friday? Where is it? That's all I wanted. I was like, I just want to get to Friday. Really, I want to get to 5:30 because that's the end of swim practice. So once I get through that, we're good to go.
You have fun with your family last weekend? Because I
did. So it was my stepmom. My stepmom was in town. So she was married to my dad. Again, I said to you all before, she should be in a church in the stained glass as a saint for being married to my dad for 22 years. Bless her. And so it's really special though when my father died. My sister and I are close. But like I said, my dad has lots of kids, and my sister and I were talking like, I wonder if she's gonna like kick us to the curb now that dad is gone, because truth be told, before he was diagnosed with leukemia, she had filed for divorce. So we were like, but she stayed with him. She said, I loved him. He was just not the best person to her. And so she stayed with him to get him through his illness. And then, we thought he'd be okay. And then he died. And so on the other side, she's thinking, oh my gosh, I wonder if his kids are going to kick me to the curb. So luckily we talked about it, and we all wanted to be in each other's lives. And so we've been close ever since my dad died. And now she's remarried and we love him. And so, and they are amazing grandparents, although they don't have to be. I mean, you think about it, she's, my dad's widow and he married her, but they are so great to Captain Boots and to him. I mean, that's Mama Mill and Papa Greg, and they're just amazing. So they retired March 2020, and they had all these trips and cruises and everything booked. And of course the shutdown happened, right?
Yeah.
And so now they're making up for lost time, literally.
So
they were driving to Florida and stopped. They come this way to stop and hang out with us. So they were here for 2 full days, and they left on Saturday morning to go to Florida to a timeshare. And then they're going to Grand Cayman, where her son lives. She has one son from a previous marriage before my dad. And he and his wife live in Grand Cayman, and they're going to be there for 2 weeks. And then they're going to come back to Florida for a week and then get on a cruise. So yeah, we had a great time though. It was great. So it's funny. So I was telling my stepmom, we're talking about grief. So she was sitting on the sofa, just really like right across from me. And she kind of keeps sort of keeps it close to the vest. But after it was over, she was like, wow, that was so powerful. That was so good. It's just some things that I, hadn't thought about and suppressed. And, sure, I'm remarried to, Greg, but, I loved your dad. And, I, sort of, she was thinking about how she was. And she said, I was going to leave him. But even before that, like, she felt like the impending divorce was grief inducing, because she thought of, which we think about with a real death, the could-haves, the should-haves, the would-haves, and she was thinking, had he been a better person or nicer to her, they could have done this, they would have done that. And then he gets sick, and it's even more of that, and she said a lot of that had been kind of suppressed. So she was mentioning how it was nice to sit here and listen in on our discussion last Friday. Yeah. And that's been a long time. My dad died in 2002. And you think about, he died in 2002. He was diagnosed in 98. And so the year before that, she had filed for divorce. So all that time just kind of grieving the loss of her marriage, and the loss of him in some way. At first, she thought it was obviously, the relationship, the loss of that. And then he died 4 years later.
Yeah.
So yeah, she said, I just never died. She said she just suppressed a lot of it. And then of course, getting married again, she just sort of kind of put it over there in a way, but yeah, long story short, you all know I can ramble on forever. We had a great weekend. We had a good time. We went out to dinner, the first night. So that night, I think the night before Thursday, we went out to Magnolia Room, and then I made dinner the second night, and then they left early Saturday morning. So we missed them already.
Oh, so sweet.
They're great. I love them. Yeah.
Yeah, that's truly a blessing.
It is. And so I told her, when my fate, we're weird. Like we're just weird. So when my dad died, I told you he had, previous marriages and stuff. So somebody at the church, it might have been the minister. I think it was the minister, like when he was speaking at my dad's funeral, he was like, wow, I've got quite a family. He said the limo pulls up and all the wives fall out the limo. Here they come like a clown car, But my stepmom, like, she's like, look, I ain't got nothing to do with that. Like, y'all are nice to me. And, and in a way, after a while, like, she kind of said to my mom, because out of all of them, she was closest to my mom. She was just like, sis, I get it. Like, I know why you left his ass, so at the funeral, so it was me, it was my mom, and then my sister and my brother, she was his first wife, Verna. So it was her and my mom, and then his current, his widow. The other wife, she didn't come, but still, right. And then there's another one, yeah, and another.
The same people from Rebels Church this morning, was it?
No,
take your hands off my husband,
right? My dad was the Nick Cannon of the, back in the day, right? Yeah.
Oh man. Wow.
So, again, it's a blessing. So when my mom died, and she and my mom talked, like they talked on the phone, like outside of me. Like my mom would call her, she would call my mom, and when my mother would go to Maryland to visit some other friends and family, they would get together. And so when my mom died, she came to the second service in Virginia, and we were standing at the casket, and I said, well, I guess you're stuck with me now. And you're my bonus mom. And she didn't say it then, but later. She's one of those people that processes things. And she said, that made me feel really, really special. And but I love her. And and so I told her, I said, legit, you're stuck with me. Like, I don't know what to tell you. So yeah, we had a good time. And actually, we're going to be cruising with them in December. We had booked our cruise years ago rather, and it just got moved because of COVID. And so we finally settled once again on another date, and I think it's going to happen.
Awesome.
And so they surprised us and booked and are going to come with us. They just told us like a couple of weeks ago, like, guess what? We're coming too.
Mhm.
So Captain Boots is beside
I know
himself.
he is. I know
He's
he
just,
is.
like he doesn't know what to do with himself. So, yeah.
Woo, that was funny.
Oh man.
Welcome in, Den Darn, Sheila Miles. Hey.
Welcome everyone.
Wow,
Yes.
people. Hey, Mrs. Cox. I know I saw you, but I didn't say hi. Hello.
Hello.
We're gonna see her in 7 days.
I know. Yeah. Did you get the information about the dinner?
I did. I have RSVP'd already.
Okay, cool beans. Yeah, so that'll be fun. Yes,
Yeah.
it's gonna. So yeah, yet again, Atlanta folks are getting together.
True.
DJ Chanel B always teases us. She's like, "Y'all are the most getting together
Is
I've ever
people.
seen."
I'm like, girl, just come to town. You can get together. with us.
Right. As I told her, I said, "Listen." When she told me she was coming, that last week, I was like, "Just say the word. Just we don't need much of an excuse, right? We might as well just start a church. I don't know, I mean, right? But we just."
Church of Funk Satellite Location ATL.
We've got all the characters in the makings of a good church.
And here, how about this? Chuck texted me the other day. He was like, "Can you do dinner?" I'm like, "Are you in town?" And then I sent the text, and I didn't hit send. So when I looked at my phone later, like, what time? And then I was like, "Duh, you didn't even send a response." He's like, "I'll be back through." I was like, "You need to give some folks some notice. You can't just show up the day of."
Right.
Go through. Hey,
he does say that all the time. Yeah, he does say I'm passing through. Hey, Bethy Savage, good to see you. So glad you're here. Sending love to you. I hope all is well or okay. Maybe let me say that. But happy to see you today. Happy Friday.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I gotta see. I think I have his number. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I do.
Because I was like, okay, because we need time to like gather the troops and get you so you can like have a real ATL experience.
Exactly, because we can do it. Yeah, no sweat. That's why STL and Rebel, y'all got to get here.
Okay,
look, I know we can make it small. We don't have to go, major. We can keep it close.
Yeah, we can't keep it. We can keep it close, or we can go all out. It's up. You let us know.
Full blown, megaphone calling out the troops. We got that. No problem. Yeah.
Plus, we have a group me.
Right. Yeah, we got our own group me. Right. So we can
ATL group me. So just let us know.
Bethy Savage, I understand you having to take some time away, and I'm glad you honored your spirit and that you did that. So good for you taking some time away and taking the time that you need for yourself.
Yes.
Yes, then darn girl.
We got you. We got you for real.
We will rally the troops for you.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, we are the getting togetherness, folks. Yeah. But it's good though. It's a good thing, and
we got to get Den Darn and Miss JUK hooked up.
I know it. Yeah, that would be awesome. That would be so awesome to meet those folks that are further away from us. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. So my week has been good. Last week was great. This week again, just just busy. And then tomorrow, so I say let's get to tonight, 5:30. But then we have to be up and at it for Trey's first swim meet of this team. Yeah. So so he swam with the summer league. The summer league literally is just summer, and then all the kids go to their different swim schools or clubs. And so this is his first year in the swim club. So he has his first meet tomorrow at 9:30. So he's doing great. He's swimming well in his practices, and I mean, and one of the things that I talked about with my stepmom and saying I just saved on Instagram was a little poster, and it said our grief, part of our grief journey and why it doesn't always end. I don't think it ever ends when you just close the casket and bury someone or you get their urn. You continue grieving, and some of the things that we grieve are the could'ves, the should'ves, and the would'ves.
Yeah.
And I grieve sometimes that she's not here to see him. And like I always say, I always do the disclaimer. I know she sees him, and I know for sure after talking to the medium that she sees him, but I want her sitting next to me in the flesh so I can smell her and hug her and squeeze her hand when I'm really nervous that he may not win, or something. So, I grieve that, those could haves, she could be here, experience some of these milestones with us. So that sometimes it's a little bittersweet. I swear, I told my husband his very first meet over the summer, I said, I guess I'm just gonna cry at everything. Like I just forget it. So his very first meet, I was actually a timekeeper. So I'm sitting there holding the clocks, the stop clocks, and I'm just full. I'm just welled up, just watching him, his very first meet, get all blue ribbons. His first meet. And I was just, and so I had to turn away because, not that I don't care that what people think, but I don't want people to make a fuss. What's wrong with you? Are you okay? And I don't know these people. And truth be told, in this swim world, there's not a lot of us. So people might think she crazy, call the cops or something. So, I had to
I wish they would.
Back, go back. But I was so full, and just wanted her to, I can just imagine her getting in the car, driving down 95 from Connecticut. I'll be there for the meet, and I want to hear that, and I want that, but, that's the way it goes. Yep. So, yeah. Bethy Savage said, I've had to emotionally cut some family out of my life, though, due to the way they've been treating me. And you've mentioned your family's been not so kind. Been treating me because I can't allow them to hurt me anymore. I understand they're grieving too, but they at least have a spouse to help them. I have a 9-year-old who doesn't fully understand where I'm coming from. And so my family has made me feel so very alone. So I had to cut them out for now in order for me to cope myself. Bethy, that is so insightful. And sometimes people just keep taking it. They're like, well, they're family. I can't just leave them alone for a little while or cut, like you said, for now, cut them off. Some people just won't do it in the name of family, right? And so how powerful for you to share this today, that you, number one, have to take care of yourself. You also have a 9-year-old who needs you, who doesn't maybe fully understand what you're going through, and you need to put yourself in the best position to be your best, whatever the cost is. And that might mean, like you said, moving a little bit away, even if it's temporarily, from your family. How insightful for you to feel that and share that with us all.
Yes.
One reason.
Yes.
Hey, One Reason. The Bishop of Twitch.
Welcome. The Bishop of Twizich is in this piece. I feel like I sound like Miss Tiff Star, the DJ. She always.
I know, right? You're starting to speak
down.
Star.
Right. Oh my God. Mad love to you, One Reason. I'm so glad you're here today. How are you today? So we're just chopping it up. We're just, reading some of the comments in the chat and talking about our week and what, how grief has, if at all, has, sort of bubbled up in some ways. So the other thing too for me this week has been so busy, and the other thing with that, along with that, is again, in that could have, should have, would have, is my mom always said, if you ever need me, I'll come down. And she retired, so I'll come down for an extended period of time, and and I'm like, I need her. I need her right now. I've got all these these errands to run, and she could be making my favorite meals and cooking and, whatever. And sometimes I know, even when she was alive, it wasn't so much that I wanted her to do something. I just wanted her to be close to me. She made I say this all the time. She was my North Star, and she just made everything better. So even if she were alive, yeah, I'd still have all these swim practices and a swim meet. I'd still have to have a meeting with Captain Boots' teacher today to get her straight.
Uh-oh.
And I would still have all these things that I have going on, but somehow she sets me right. She would just center me and get me where I need to be, and that's what I think about that sometimes every day. Like I just need her. I just need to hear her. I don't know, something cuss, she was great for that. Or do like she would do a verbal shake me, like the airplane slap, she would get me together even on the phone. And this week that has really it's shown itself this week that I feel that way. Even still, 5 years later, I still need her. I need that North Star in my life. Yeah. Rebel. I got it from my mama. Yeah, my mom was quite the potty mouth. Well, you all know, I told you all about the bird off, in the car, I mean, so
Yeah.
if she's doing that driving, I'm holding the wheel, I mean, she's probably a cusser too. So
That was a classic story.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
I would have paid all kinds of money to be in the back seat watching this go down.
I know. And my Aunt Sharon was in the back. She mentioned it actually a few months ago. She was like, girl, Tracy. And so she talked, Tracy, you remember that time your mother was driving you to the airport and she was flipping off the car next to her? But I was like, yeah, I said, I just talked about that actually. Yeah. Oh my God. Oh, the teacher. Yeah, the teacher. Yeah, she's you all know, and we're all like this about our kids. We will go to bat for them, but I'm also a realistic parent too. And I recognize that, your kids aren't, angels. How the ever. Captain Boots is an amazing kid. He's mannerable. He's super smart. But what I know about him, just like I got my mouth from my mama, he gets his mouth from me. And so I recognize, sometimes what he tells me may not be the full, complete truth. However, when my kid is coming out of class or coming out of school almost every day on the verge of tears, there's a problem. I'm not paying $10 zillion for this kid to go to school and he's coming out crying. I'm sorry, I'm just not doing that. He's not a little Michael Myers or Lucifer,
Okay, so you just need to let me know when we need to roll through there.
Sis.
Because what they not going to do is bother.
Let me meet with her today. And we got a little Zoom meeting today, 4 o'clock. Okay.
All right.
Let me feel her out.
Because I'll roll through there. Now, y'all not going to bother Captain Boots.
Right. He just said that he feels like she picks on him. And he's 9. He's super smart. And he knows what that feels like. And he can articulate when something it feels right or not. And I taught him that. And I talk him through it also. I ask him questions because again, it's his side. So I said, you know what? Let me just have a meeting with him. No.
Okay,
Nope.
Truck not on here, right? Okay, good.
Have a little meeting and let's chat about it.
Coming through. Okay.
Right. John's coming. Listen.
We don't need Truck to know because he will just roll up. He'll meet you at the school after school today. He'll be at the parking lot in the school when you get there.
Deacon Boots, right? That's what we call Captain Boots now because he's an old man. He was singing Return. I texted Rebel. I said, "You better get your nephew." He is literally in the back seat with his headphones on, singing "Return of the Mac." Every word, "Return of the Mac." I was like, I texted. I said, "Get him."
Please record it. Record it.
I love it.
Record it.
She said, "That's not Captain Boots anymore. That's Deacon Boots." Deacon Boots. Yeah.
Oh my God.
So yeah. So I just, like I said, I just feel like I need her to, to kind of help me through that. But I know I have amazing friends and family and, so yeah, we'll see. Let's see. Den Darn. My big sister died in 1990 and I've had some of her belongings. Oh, but I hadn't really gone through it. I was about to throw some things out and my daughter went through some of the paperwork and found a life insurance policy she had taken out. The company was taken over by a bigger company and 2 emails were sent and it came back saying they couldn't find the policy number. I wrote the CEO today and replied back to me today and said he would get his VP to look into it and get back to me. Yeah, and that's an amazing story to share because, sometimes part of, taking care of our loved ones, their business and things like that when they pass, sometimes when you find, and I've heard that story a lot where people find life insurance policies or accounts and things, you don't just let it go. It's part of, they pay for it. They took this, life insurance out, or if it's an account or something. And that's, I think, in part of honoring their memory and your love for them, that you press forward with that. So
Yes.
I pray that you get a good resolution, Dead Darn. I really do.
Absolutely.
That would mean a lot.
Yes.
It really would. And it's not, I don't think it. I mean, this is my opinion, but it's not even for many people about the money. It's about the fact, right? The principle, as they say. It's that it's there, and it's something that you found. And if the company, even if it was taken over by another, it's technically still around. Keep pressing forward with that. I think that's important. And it could do something for you too, to find, a good resolution. What that could do for your heart as well, I think would be really beautiful too. Yeah. Hey, Tommy Girls World. I always put an S on the Tommy.
I know. I always have to get it right.
You do that too,
Tommy
right?
Girls World.
Tommy Girls World.
Hey there. Welcome.
Oh yeah. So I think it's funny. My sister-in-law, she found it in a similar way, a life insurance policy after my mother-in-law had passed, and I think it was, I don't know, maybe $5,000. I'm not sure. It wasn't a ton of money, but the same thing. Like, she wanted to. We can hear
sorry,
you.
y'all. Can y'all hear me speak?
I muted her. I muted her after fact.
So funny. We got a trumpet player in the house. No, I'm just kidding. Look at Rebel. Wait a minute.
She's a trumpet player. Y'all know y'all are not right.
That's the worst, though, especially when the weather's changing. You want to be out there and enjoy that nice weather. You got the
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't even know what I was saying, but whatever. The trumpet threw me off.
Yes.
Poor Tim.
Let me turn it back on. Okay, there we go.
Turn her back on.
I'm a trumpet player. I'm sorry, y'all. I thought I had did all that I needed to do.
No, it's all good.
Okay, I muted you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Rebel is
Trumpet player to go with that flute playing, CBT.
Right. There you go.
The trumpet in Zion. Blow the trumpet in Zion. Sound it.
I'm gonna blow my nose online, but clearly I missed the mark on that.
It's all good. Listen, it's gotta happen. You gotta do it.
Listen, bodily function.
Listen, y'all didn't want the alternative. So.
Listen, it's all good. It ain't no problem. Listen, Joanna G's giving you hugs. I know that's right.
Thank you, Joanna. Appreciate you.
Sugar.
Absolutely.
I know. Yeah, you got to get better. You got to get better before.
Listen, I got to get better. But I got a leadership meeting tomorrow, and I'm like, now I will stay on.
Oh, bless your heart.
I'm supposed to be presenting something tomorrow at the meeting.
Oh wow.
So,
yeah. Den darn, it's the fact that the previous emails came back stating that they couldn't locate the policy. Where I know it's a case of someone not wanting to go in the storeroom and look at archives to do the work. You are totally right.
Yep.
I don't doubt that.
Yeah.
I don't doubt that.
Yeah.
I agree.
Because somebody collected the money. They have something.
Yeah.
Facts.
So they just need to look for it.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Okay, Tommy Girls World. I got you.
Ooh, thank you. And darn, I got some Super C. I can take that.
Rebels that present from the house. Is it something that's going to be streamed too?
This is our in-person leadership meeting that we haven't had an in-person leadership meeting since February. And so this will be our first in-person leadership meeting of everybody tomorrow. So no, it's not online.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
I wish it was.
Wear your mask. Wear your mask.
Listen, I always got my mask on, so I'm clear it's not COVID because I ain't been around nobody without a mask. So
no, I'm saying just so you can, stick. If your immune system is a little weaker, then you don't want to get worse, is what I'm saying. Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, no, I was just joking. You saw that video on Uncle Diddy's. I think Uncle Diddy.
Wear your mask.
Wear your mask.
Mask. Wear your mask.
Wear your mask.
That's funny.
He's got another video out. He was showing us some kind of fancy car, which I'm sure was not his. And he was talking about the red interior. I have to send that to you, Rebel. I'm gonna send it.
The red
And he's like,
interior?
y'all, look at this red interior. And he said it twice, maybe 3 times. Interior. Mother Caldwell, exactly. This red interior, leather interior.
Yes.
Oh
Yes.
my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Keep us
Yes,
in
protect
health,
you
as
because your
Rebel
immune
would say.
system is low. Absolutely.
Mhm.
Absolutely. Kim, I have to bring you some tea next time I see you.
Oh,
I bring
girl,
you
I
some
used my
elderberry.
last little drop last night. I'm like, let me go ahead and get the rest of this elderberry out of this jar.
Come through. Come through.
Right.
Yeah, so I need a re-up next week.
I got you. I'll bring you some syrup and some tea.
Okay.
Yeah, I got you. This morning, one of the many errands that I've had to run today, I had to drop off a case to someone, and she was giving it to her teachers in her
Oh,
daycare.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
I was like, that's smart. That's really smart.
Hold on, let me write this down. So, see, vitamin C, lemon and ginger. Okay.
Yeah, honey,
That's a good
Dendar got
outfit.
those remedies, baby. She got them.
I love it. I
I
know,
got some
especially that
ginger
ginger. I know
downstairs.
that's good.
And I was going to say this earlier because with the stress that I feel like I'm under coming into this time and season, I think that grief actually lowers your immune system and the ability to fight things off, and you kind of have to pay attention to things like that. Even the idea of, like Den Darn said, you got to protect you because everything's low right now. And I think definitely I do feel personally, whenever I get into this place, there's that battle with the maladies that want to attach themselves to my body that you have to work through, so
Yeah, and you know what, that could be part of it too, because I've been feeling some kind of way this week.
Yeah.
And literally didn't start till this morning, but just
Oh,
the combination of everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll definitely do it.
Yeah.
I believe one of the things I read about grief, because I've talked about how it affects you physically, and one of the things is it causes inflammation, and inflammation definitely can weaken your immune system. So I read that somewhere, but STL, you're spot on. I'm pretty sure of that.
Well, even as you said that, let me say, because Rebel will tell you the last 2 days I've been just a little under the weather and just really doing a lot of lying down, which is not my norm. But it's like an inflammation in my neck that I cannot get rid of. And then where I've been trying to deal with that, all of a sudden I got up and, listen, I have fever blisters, which are usually how I can tell something's in my system trying to get out. But this one, I can see it formulating where I normally have just a spot. It's all the way across my whole entire bottom lip. And I'm like, oh my God.
You know your body.
Yeah. So it's fighting, even though I told her, I said, I don't have a temperature, fever, none of that, but definitely my body is like, I'm fighting something in here. But I do definitely associate that with this feeling of grief that I feel like I'm in. So,
yeah. Good afternoon, DJ Extraordinaire. Welcome in.
Welcome.
Thanks for joining us today. Yeah, it's ironic, like you said, this week this anniversary of the accident, and just thinking about that and your passengers, the mother, and how they've passed, and then you have that culminating with how you're feeling, definitely connected in my opinion. Yeah. Hey DJ Stacy, blessed one.
Hey Stacy.
Then darn. Curries and spicy food is good too. Lets you get rid of the mucus.
See, I don't like spicy stuff.
What about curries? You like curry?
I don't know. Is that spicy?
No, I don't think curry has to be spicy. I mean, I know curry doesn't have to be spicy. Curry by itself is not.
All right.
But people can make it curry. Am I right, Dendarn? I think you can add the spice level to curries, but curries by themselves, or most, are not spicy.
Because I can go to the Jamaican restaurant not far from here.
Mm-hmm.
I can go by and get me something.
Yeah. At least that's what I think. At least, let me say this. In terms of Thai food, I know that's the case. I get this curry dish all the time. And then they ask me what I want my spice level to be, like 1 pepper, 2 pepper, 3, whatever. And I, sometimes I'll get one. Sometimes I'll get none. It just depends on how I feel, but it's still curry. So yeah, that's what Joanna G said. Curry itself
Oh,
isn't spicy.
okay.
So yeah, I think they add the spice to those recipes.
My spice tolerance is very low, but maybe I might need to up it just today.
You could just a little bit. I mean, you don't have to go crazy, you know.
Because
And
ginger by itself is hot.
ooh, ginger is very spicy. Yeah, you eat those ginger candies, especially those hard candies. Child, you be all up in here like,
I
whoa,
know,
whoa.
yeah. It is funny. It's a little. I call him a little. He's an older usher at the church. You know how ushers used to carry around peppermints, right? He carries around those little ginger things.
Really?
And so when we're standing outside, because we greet people outside, not inside the church now, he would come up and put one in my hand, like the old people used to do when I was a child.
Yep.
Like, and I look at him like, "Thank you." So I probably got 12 of them in my car right now.
Yeah, they probably linty though. They got lint on them now.
Yeah.
Not minty.
Say it again.
I said they probably got lint on them now. They're all linty and whatnot.
No, they're in the cup in my cup holder.
Well, they got crumbs now. No, I'm just kidding.
There's no crumbs
No,
in there.
try it. I bet you they're going to be good. I bet you they are.
Because they're those
Yeah.
little ginger candies. I'm like, dude, where
Those
like
are strong.
peppermint, chocolate, anything other than this? Why you
I
giving me?
know. He's trying to keep you healthy. He's trying to keep.
Well, I
Look,
guess, you know what? I think that is what he's trying to do now that I think about this.
he's like, y'all ain't
Like,
gonna be
you out here
breathing
shaking
all
all
on
these
me.
hands. You need this gun here. You need this ginger.
Exactly.
That's okay. All right, I got it now.
See, we put this thing together. All right.
Like, what is
Tommy Girls World said my dad's birthday was Tuesday, and it's been 5 years since he passed. And it gets easier, but when that sadness hits you, just really have to feel that pain and pull yourself out of it. A great support system helps. Completely
Amen.
agree.
That's it.
Yep. Hey, DJ Stacy, blessed one. I don't know if I said hi or not. My brain is fried. Rebel, you like ginger? Yeah, strong, like that, like the real ginger, like strong ginger, because you know, it can be pretty spicy.
Yeah, because now, what is it? Emergency has a turmeric vitamin C mix that I have that I drink a lot.
That's funny. That's what Jen Darn just said. If you don't like curries, then ginger, ACV, which is apple cider vinegar, and turmeric as a shot daily help. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, I got some turmeric downstairs. I just don't know what I'm supposed to do with all that. Like the actual.
Now that sounds like a shot though, right there. Ginger, apple cider vinegar, and turmeric as a shot.
Okay, how much liquid is the liquid? Just the apple cider vinegar? Because I have all that downstairs.
Jen Darn, tell us how to make this shot.
Yeah, tell us how to make the shot. Because the medicine ball thing at Starbucks makes me sick. I don't understand. It makes everything start. It makes my nose start to run versus being something that helps.
Is that a drink? The medicine ball?
It's like it's an actual thing you can order at Starbucks. It's some type of tea. It's like a Tivana tea with turmeric, lemon, honey, some other stuff in it. And you can order it, and that's what people drink when they've been around a lot of people. That's what somebody told me. If you out here shaking all these people's hand, you might want to go just after, as opposed to you getting your caramel macchiato after church. You might want to go and get the medicine ball after church.
But it makes your nose run.
My nose will start running, and I'm like, so is this helping to get some stuff out, or is it causing me to now have a runny nose?
Right.
So I haven't had it but twice because it did it both times.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Interesting.
Okay.
Jennifer, we're so glad you stopped by. Thank you for being here. Lurk away. Have an amazing day and weekend.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Okay. There's lots of things you can do to build up your immune system. So we just did the last August. We talked about immune system, building it up at the end of my stream. And rest is definitely one of those. And I'm talking to myself, someone who has not been to bed before 1 o'clock every day this week.
So, and it didn't help that I was up till 3 o'clock this morning with Magic Mike last night.
You guys gotta rest. We gotta rest. And that's one thing I didn't fight the last 2 days because it's just so unlike me to lie down and sleep and rest. But I didn't fight it. I mean, I literally have just been like sleeping my life away. But my body needs that.
Yeah.
It's true.
Here's why I've been in Grandpa Holmes' chair every morning.
You
up.
Sis,
Like,
you've been in
go
that
to
chair.
bed, lady, go to bed. But Magic Mike was jamming last night. He really was.
Magic Mike, as in
DJ Magic Mike, like the old school DJ Magic Mike.
he has his wife up there all the time.
Uh-huh. Cute.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been over there a couple of times.
Tommy's girl she got a recipe for y'all now.
All right, now come on, let's see. Okay, you can make a warm tea, steep the ginger, add apple cider vinegar. Okay, hold on. Let me.
I know. I'm gonna like take a picture of it.
Hold on.
Let's
I'm
see.
screenshotting it on my phone right now.
Oh yeah, I could do that.
Okay, first of all, why are you
I gotta have
this popping up?
There we go.
Okay.
All right, I screenshot it. That's a great idea.
Okay.
And it's all stuff that
I'm all about the fat burning properties.
Like I need to take a vat of. Can I take a bath in it? I don't know. Would that help?
You know.
Can I take a bath in it?
Just kidding, people. I'm just kidding. But I like that idea because it's almost every outside of the tea. That's what Dendarn mentioned for the shot. So most of it anyway.
That's great.
Yeah, that sounds good. And actually,
Okay.
I'm about to burn my for JJ. I know, right?
No,
she'll be clean. No, I'm just kidding. She ain't gonna be sick or nothing. Right.
Y'all need
Wait,
Jesus.
let me see. Let's see. Tea, all right. Ginger, okay, maybe not vinegar, lemon. Okay, you're right.
Okay, I will test all of this, and we will get the verdict next week on how all of this works out.
I'm gonna try it, dude, because I really am trying to jump on, and I like the natural idea.
I shall not, rebel.
She said she gonna be dead.
In Jesus' name, I shall not.
What you need to do is take them edibles. You'll be strizzy, okay? You'll be straight. Get them edibles. Let's go.
What's gonna happen? I will not care what is going on.
Oh God! While you out there ironing the grass.
Oh, you talking about she talking about you, not me.
Right. She's talking about if I take a bath in that tea. Yeah, I'm gonna be dead.
That's funny.
No, I won't do it. Promise. I don't even like that.
Mine
anymore.
is still intact, no burning. Okay, very good.
I would try it too. So let's try it and then come back and give the report.
Yes, I will give the report.
Yeah, y'all let me know how that works. No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna try it too. I'm gonna try, but I don't know about the turmeric. I think turmeric makes my stomach hurt. I've had a couple of recipes and things, and the process of elimination I think I've narrowed it down to the turmeric.
Okay, so what I need help with, how much turmeric? Because I think I put too much in the last time. I think that's what did. I think that was the problem. So are we
Tommy
talking
girl,
about
we need listen to this. We need
we talking about a teaspoon? We talking about a dash? How much turmeric am I putting in this?
We need a recipe of home remedies.
I know.
Right. Like, y'all just can't give ingredients. Give us the measurements.
Yeah, we need a recipe.
One of my girlfriends at church is from Jamaica, and when I say she got a remedy for everything, I'm like, ma'am, where is the recipe book for all of this stuff? Where I need measurements. You just telling me to throw some stuff in. I don't know what. See, this is how I got in trouble last time. I put too much turmeric in it, and I was like, no, this not working. I don't think this is.
Yep,
what
she confirmed what Rebel said. A pinch. She said, Tommy girl said just a pinch.
Okay, very good. Because see, that's where I went wrong. I think I had a whole teaspoon or something in there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just a pinch. Screenshotting it.
You got that STL, just a pinch.
Yes, I'm going to do just a pinch,
Okay.
and I'm going to try it and see. And I think this is good. We kind of talked about how in times past for Black people, especially, we were more inclined to get recipes and home remedies that we passed, and we weren't sick. And
No, we weren't.
like we traded that in for modern medicine, and now we got all kind of maladies and diseases.
Right.
Like, we need to bring that stuff back. I really believe
Absolutely do.
And
because I tell her every time, like there were people that had COVID, and she had a whole remedy about. That's why I bought the garlic. It had to be local honey. So she
Yes.
had me to go to Whole Foods to get the local honey,
Mhm.
the ginger. There was some other tablets she had. What is? Oh,
Mhm.
where's it? Here it is. Propolis. Propolis. Can y'all see that?
Oh, I've never heard of
Okay.
that.
It's like B something. And you're supposed to it's supposed to help with your immune support. Clearly, I ain't used it because it's sitting up here on my desk. But I bought it. And you put it in water and you drink that every day. And it adds
Oh.
to your support of your immune system. So my coworker who had COVID was taking all of that stuff, but she put liquor in hers. She
I'm not
made
mad
the
at that. I'm not
ginger,
mad.
honey, all of that mixture, and then she had like some brown liquor to it. And she was like, "I recommend the
Yes.
liquor." And within 3 days, she was straight.
I know that's right. Go
Yeah,
on now.
yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
so
talking about.
Okay, Kim, did you see Tommy Girls World said, you saw where she said half a teaspoon or less,
oh, hold on.
juice from half a lemon,
Okay.
half a teaspoon of ACV, and as much ginger as you want.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, thank you, Tommy Girls World. That's what we needed. We needed that.
And
We needed
this is going to be, if you go back to my Discord in the chat, you can actually see the chat word for word.
Oh,
chat by
that's
chat.
right. That's right.
So
Yeah.
if you can't
very
get it, you can go back and get it that way. But you know, it's reality that if you're already grieving and your body's already in a trauma, and then you put on top of that a physical ailment, and man, it's just like all of
Yeah.
that working together. It's like,
Yeah.
Lord Jesus, I need help right now.
It's true. It is true.
Because your body
I
truly
know.
does respond to a lot of things. I remember when I was in seminary, one of my professors would talk about how if you know you got a lot of stuff going on, you can have a conversation with your body to say, "Hey, body, I need you to kind of help me through the next couple days." And then on Friday at 12 o'clock, we're going to lay down and you can sleep as long as you want. You can get whatever rest you need. You can recover however you need to recover.
That's good.
And that worked for me during my seminary days. And
Yeah.
sometimes I have to remember to have those conversations when I know I got a lot of stuff going on. I'm driving back and forth to Alpharetta. You know I'm not going to be off till this weekend, whatever the case may be. I have to have a conversation with my body about it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, for
all
sure.
right, hopefully
okay.
I'm
But I think for one of your last Zumbas, you gave us the instruction. I know.
I'm sorry. I'm 12. I'm 12.
No, you're good. You gave us instruction to get more rest. Wasn't that one of the
yeah.
that you gave
Yeah,
us?
so I finished off August. All of our challenges for the week in August were to I just saw nibbles and bits. I'm not even gonna read it. Let me finish what I'm saying. Let me cover the chat. Yeah, so every week in August we did the challenge was to do something different to boost your immune system. So rest is one of them, as well as exercising. Exercise gets those endorphins going, which helps those other hormones and things to work all together with your immune system to strengthen your immune system. So exercise is also another good way to strengthen your immune system. Of course, you know, a halfway decent diet, and or the things that we've been talking about today. You know, that's also very helpful. So
how would you recommend, ladies? Because I think I've probably felt a little bit of this. I'm already in that emotional stupor. If I know the kid nibbles and bits, they asking for everything over there.
That just got me going.
On faith. So, you know, there are times when you just already are mentally not like, okay, I heard Crazy Berry Town say, get the exercise, release the endorphins. Okay, you guys have given me all kinds of remedies to take to help my immune system fight and battle, but you just mentally are not in that space. How would you suggest to really kind of overcome that? For real.
Cry. Yeah, just cry it out. I'm not even gonna lie. This is what I've done, or at least I believe in this, because you know there are two types of parents when they put their kids in their beds, in their cribs at night. There's the parents, they call it the CIO parents, the cry it out parents. You leave your kid, you close the door or walk away, whatever. and you let them figure it out, let them cry it out. Or you go in there and you coddle them and da 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 da, and whatever, however you want to look at that. But there's two different ways, and so I feel like for me as an adult, I'll figure it out. I'm gonna cry it out. So for me, that's one way. I'm sure there are other ways as well too, but my immediate, and that's my I think my tuck and run kind of reaction is just to cry it out. Sometimes the tears, and we've talked about this too, are cleansing. And so when there are times like this week, I don't want to work out. I had to, because I had to do my corporate gig yesterday, so I had to do Zumba. There are days where I don't want to, some days I don't eat, really. Now I will eat a little bit if I'm having a cocktail, because I don't want to be driving around crazy, so I got to put a little something on my stomach to stop up the liquor. But there are days I don't want to eat right, or I don't want to think about turmeric and lemon or whatever. I'm just so spent and spinning around like a wild woman. And some days I just literally, I stop, I get off that merry-go-round and just stop, and I just cry and figure it out. I cry, and then something will come to me, or I'll shake it off. I've gotten it out, whatever that out is. And then I go work out. I eat right. I go have a healthy meal, or I get my apple cider vinegar gummies or whatever. But sometimes I just gotta get that release out and get that crying out. Yeah.
Yes. And Joanna,
That's
you're
for me.
right. It's a mental exhaustion. And I think that mental exhaustion is so hard to overcome.
Yeah.
You can think it all through and process it in your mind, but at the same time, that mental exhaustion is like, no, it ain't happening today.
Yeah. I think also too, which I don't do enough of, and I have time to do it during the day. My husband's at work, Captain Boots is at school, but I'm always, and I believe many of us are, you're not going to like it. And I'm saying this to myself. So if you want to close your ears, that's fine, because I'm talking to myself. But we're too plugged in all the time. And I feel like one thing that we can do sometimes, not every day, calm down, is just to unplug, to get quiet, just for a little while. And I try to have that be my mornings, but some mornings when you hit the floor, it's go time. And I say, I'll do it later. I'll do it right when I go get Trey from school. I'll quiet the house. I'll turn all the lights off and just sit in silence. And then, oh my God, I got to vacuum. It's just always something. But I think one thing, in place of the crying or after the crying or whatever, or just another option, is to just be, just get quiet. And sometimes I know, and I've been one of those people, I still am. The silence is frightening to me, because as soon as I get silent, I hear that phone call. I can hear myself screaming, crying. When my mom died, I can hear that. And so sometimes I know silence is tricky for people. So maybe put on some soothing music. If you get this quiet time on your way to sleep, put on sleep sounds, but turn off your phone, that blue light, turn off the TV, tell people to stop talking to you, put some headphones, something, just get quiet and center yourself. And sometimes that resets us as well. Again, we can't do it every day. Maybe it would be nice. We can't do it all the time, but that's just one strategy to do when you just feel that mental exhaustion coming on. And that's how I feel that way this week too. I feel like I'm like right there. I'm telling you, like I got to get myself together before I have this conversation with Trey's teacher, because he might get put out after I fool with her, because I'm just like right here, and I don't want to take anything out on her. I think she's been great, for the most part. But my mental exhaustion, my frustration, my tiredness is like right there, and so I have to do something to, bring myself in. Yeah. So
thank you for that.
Try unplugging. I have found as much as, and when I say I'm talking to myself, I'm legit. I don't like it. Like I feel like I got to be in the know, and I got to know what's happening. And what if I unplug and somebody needs me? I get it. But when I tell you, I feel so much better. Even 10 minutes, just 10 minutes. That's it. I just feel so much better. I really do. And the longer you can do it, the better as well. So Tracy, I'm talking to myself, do it this weekend. Unplug, silence, get some quiet. Because y'all don't know, seriously. I don't know. Those of you who have kids or you're just around noise, but sometimes just the talking, like I just want to scream. And I love Captain Boo. I love my husband. My husband this morning, he wanted to sit down and talk about work. And I just sat there and listened. I was zoned out and I was just like, I can't. Like, just stop talking to me. Right. And then I'll get Captain Boots from school. I drove him to school this morning. So he talked to me all the way to school. Then I come back home. My husband is like in a really talkative mood. You all know me in mornings. That is not my ministry. And y'all want to talk too. Like, so that just adds to my anxious mental exhaustion is the talking. So yeah, I can't it's too much sometimes. So I have to steal those moments, like now, like I'm home by myself, or when I don't go onto campus and they're at work and school, and take that time. Yeah. Oh right, yeah. So yeah, Tracy Berry, that's me. That Tommy Girls World. Yeah. I don't know. No, my married name is Berry. Yeah. So or our family name is Berry. So yeah, I'm Tracy. Like, who's Tracy? Yeah. She's really crazy. Yeah. Kim, are you back? Are you muted or what?
I'm back.
All right.
I'm back.
Sorry.
There should be no more trumpet solos today, at least during this broadcast.
Oh my gosh. Let's see.
Yeah, I like the thing about unplugging because, really you just have to give yourself some space.
Yeah.
To just be. And whatever that being is just what it is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. It just is what it is.
It is what it is. So just be.
Yeah.
And put all that other stuff aside because, I have to remind myself on a regular basis because there is so much going on. There's just a lot. And if I don't stop and put the mask on myself, nobody else is going to help me put my mask on. I have to put the mask on and breathe and stop and just acknowledge this is how I'm feeling. This is what I'm dealing with, whatever the case may be. And just be in that moment and not really worry about what happens in it.
Yeah, because you're in a position too, like where you have to be on. You're before people.
Yes.
Like you said, like tomorrow, you're doing this presentation tomorrow. You have to be, you may not feel well, but on the outside, you're smiling, you're presenting, you're polished, you look nice, but inside you're like, I need to unplug. I need to be away from people. But, so when you have jobs, like in your case, Kim and, STL, you're on, streaming, you have to be on, definitely on when you're streaming, right? And any of you have jobs where you have to interact with people and get your face together, right? Put on. It's stressful and draining when you just have very little left to give. And then you compound that with pop-ups of grief, right? You have to find a way to just step away.
Yeah. Because part of how I did that this week, I told you guys I took Monday, but then I didn't go in the office until yesterday. From Sunday to yesterday.
Oh, that's good.
So that I could be home and, people, are you coming in today? Nope. I'm not.
No, that's right.
Not doing it.
Yeah.
I need to be by myself. I'll see y'all on Zoom, but I'm not coming in the office because with coming in the office means a whole lot of different things.
Of course.
So
of course.
For my own sanity this week, y'all don't need me to be in the office until Thursday.
That's good for you to do that.
That's great.
Yeah.
And I don't have that luxury often, but I was able to take that this week.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
I see you, Sheila Miles. Yeah, that Viola Davis movie. Take that time and just live in that world for a time. Take yourself to see that movie.
Yeah.
DJ Stacey Bless one. Yes, you need that time, the unplugged time. And you're right, Tommy Girl. It's a process. Healing. It's a process of healing. Absolutely. Yeah.
And if you haven't heard about this other movie that's coming out called The Silent Twins, have y'all heard of this?
I
I
haven't.
just saw
On a
something about
true
that
story
today.
about the two black, they're a set of black twins who, because of their upbringing, did not talk to other people. They only talked to themselves. And so they ended up having this really interesting life. And they couldn't really, and people thought they were crazy, but they were very, very smart. And they talked to themselves in this language that they created for themselves.
Mm.
And they ended up being institutionalized because, they got into some stuff, but nothing was wrong with them. And so the girl from Black Panther, the sister, the technology chick, I forget her name. She's playing one of the twins.
Wow.
And I'm not going to reveal what happens to them because I remember reading about their story. I don't even remember, probably 2 years ago. And now the movie comes out. And I'm like, what? Okay, so that's
fascinating.
That one. And I'm going to see The Woman King on Sunday. One of my girlfriends wants to go for her birthday. So we're going to have a girlfriend's birthday outing, movie
What was the name of that movie, Kim? The first one?
Silent Twins.
Silent Twins.
I have to look for that.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
Because I just happened to be looking and I was like, wait, is this based on and when I read about it, I'm like, yep, this is what I read about. So that's going to be really good.
Yeah, Tommy Girls World. I think though that's probably an extreme situation. Like she said, they only talk to each other.
They would talk kind of to their parents, but when they went to school, they didn't talk to people or anything. And there's reasons why they didn't. But they were like, then they started experimenting, like, well, what would happen if we pull them apart? And could they have a life without each other? And so all these things kind of ensue around them and their lives together. And can they separate and be okay?
I've got to see that.
So again, I'm not going to tell you what happens because then that gives the whole thing away. But it's a really interesting story. And I think they were in Louisiana. I can't remember. And I don't even know how I happened upon the story, but it was a very intriguing story about
wow. I would definitely want to check that out. DJ Stacy Blessed One said, I just celebrated my dad's death yesterday, and my grandmother passed this morning.
Oh no!
So my alone time is not looking.
So sad to hear that.
Not looking possible. I'm so sorry. I know that has been a big part of your grief journey and a big part of your life, and we're sending you love and condolences to you and to your family and all who loved your grandmother. I'm so sorry to hear that. Yeah, I know alone time, especially during a time like this when you lose someone, it is virtually impossible. I feel like when I lost my mom, the only alone time I had was when I went to the bathroom, and even that was up in the air because Captain Boots was 4 and it was nothing for him to want to join me, so even just going in the bathroom, I'm thinking, I have peace even in here, and even that was not a given. So I do understand what you're saying, but hopefully you have some way to take care of yourself and your heart. And even if it is in the bathroom, right? That you can just take some deep breaths, cry, just have that, even if you unplug for whatever that time is you're in the bathroom, wash your hands for a long time. But whatever, if you can just get a little bit of alone time to just take some deep breaths and just try to shut out the talking, the noise, the questions, the condolences. Even after a while, that kind of drove me nuts, and I'm just being real with you. So just even if it is in the restroom or the bathroom, do what you can to protect yourself. I know it's hard, and we're so sorry. Yeah, I'm so sorry for that.
Even turning the water
around this time, like with your dad's passing and now your grandmother around the same time. I'm sure that's tough. Yeah, I'm sorry, Kim. Go ahead, boo.
I was saying while you're in the bathroom, turning the water on creates kind of like a water atmosphere.
We talked about that. Yeah, absolutely.
to kind of shut out some other stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh,
And this is for all of you too, you know, as we what time is it? Yeah, oh, I gotta go. I gotta
we
go get
way
this
over.
I gotta go get this child because he's gonna be standing there looking at me like you're late. But this is for everyone, you know, everyone, whether you are, you know, experiencing a recent, as in yesterday, you know, loss or not, or just within a week, a month or so, or your, you know, your grief is something that you've carried for a while. But this is for everyone. Um, you know, find, if you can, not if you can, you can, you just have to carve it out some way. And it may not be, again, a full day, you know, you may not be able to go get a massage and be away for half a day and take yourself to lunch, but even if it's just a few minutes to just be, not be concerned about who needs you and what you have to do, just a few minutes or more would be great. And just find a way to unplug, and get centered again. And in that unplug, it might be some tears. You might fall asleep. Who knows? It just depends. But find a way to do that. Forgive yourself that gift, to do that. I want you all to find a way to unplug. I'm gonna check on you next week. Okay. So, so and check on me too, because I need to do it too. I have got to put this phone down at night. I have got to go to sleep. And when I have this time at home, like now, like by myself, and to just, yes, the clothes are going to get folded at some point. It might be in 3 weeks. I don't know. But just, I have to stop at some point. So I'm going to do what I'm recommending to you too. So let's check in on each other next week and see how we did. All right. And while you're doing that, get yourself some joy. All right. Find yourself some joy, because you're worth it and you deserve it. I hope you'll have an amazing weekend. And I can't wait to see you all again next week.
Yep. And remember to extend some grace to yourself in the midst of your grief.
Yes.
Because it is a process and there is no expiration date. And so we'll be over in the Discord if anybody wants to come over and chit chat. So we will see you all next week. Have a great weekend.